Ranking number 1 on Google Maps in 2026 is fundamentally different than it was in 2018. A lot of the tactics that SEO agencies use for your business and what is taught on YouTube, those strategies don't work anymore today. What they actually do is get your profile suspended and show up as spam. So in this video, I'm going to give you the exact 2026 playbook. What works, what's dead, and what you can actually implement this week. Will from Max Systems here, a marketing agency working with home service businesses. We help businesses rank on Google Maps and get more referral leads from ChatGPT and Google. And whether or not your business is visible or not, or you want to expand your service area beyond one profile, we can help you. But first, let's take a look at how you can do this yourself. First, what doesn't work anymore? 3 big ones. 1, keyword stuffed business names. If your legal business is Bill's HVAC, but you put Bill's Best HVAC Repair, Heating and Cooling, Furnace and AC Service on your profile, that's an instant suspension flag, especially if you don't have a DBA to back it up. Google built a classifier for this in 2023, so don't do it. 2, citation farms. The 1,000 listings for $50 on Fiverr, Google ignores these now. Worse, low quality citations are now a negative ranking signal. So if you bought one of these, you might literally be ranking lower because of it. 3, buying reviews. This used to be a way to actually get more reviews for your business and bootstrap. Now Google's fraud detection is super good that even if you have legitimate reviews, because you had fake reviews in the past, you risk having your legitimate reviews get removed also. So you're often in a constant battle between getting new profiles and then other profiles getting removed as well. Now, here's what does work. 6 factors that we're going to take a look at. Factor 1 is proximity. This is the biggest factor by mile. Google ranks how close the searcher is to your pin. One profile on Google Maps equals 1 radius around you that you show up locally for. What you want to do, if you want to cover more than just one local service in front of you, is you can create multiple profiles to cover an entire city or county. We'll come back to this. Factor 2, NAP consistency. Name, address, and phone. Your NAP needs to match exactly what's across your website, Google profile, Yelp profile, BBB accredited profile, your invoices, and your business cards. Even an abbreviation like streets instead of STREET, that counts as inconsistent. Factor 3, primary category. Pick the most specific category that is relevant to your business. HVAC contractor is better than contractor, and roofing contractor is better than home services. Specific beats general. Factor 4, review velocity, not just review count. Google looks at how often you're getting new reviews. Steady stream of 5 to 10 new reviews a month beats a spike of 50. In fact, that's probably a red flag. Factor 5, photos and posts. Add new photos every 2 weeks. Post weekly Google posts. Both of these tell Google that your profile listing is active. Even better, have Q&A questions that show up on your Google profile. Factor 6, Q&A. The Q&A section is a ranking signal that Google now uses and that almost nobody knows about. Preload 10 to 15 questions and answers on every profile. This single move can help you move up to 2 to 3 positions. Here's the part that changes everything. 1 profile is equal to 1 radius. So if you want to dominate your whole service area, you need multiple Google My Business profiles. My client, Guillermo, runs an HVAC company in Southern California. Southern California is a massive area with multiple service areas. So what we needed to do was create multiple Google business profiles in the relevant areas that he actually serves. And so with 1 in each location, we're going to be able to serve the customers, and the customers in that area are more likely to call us. So instead of just serving, for example, the high desert and just serving where we are locally, is we set up a profile in, for example, LA, Inland Empire, and places that we can actually serve and actually want to get more customers from that specific area. Whereas if I just relied on my physical location in the high desert, I'm not really going to get any calls in the Inland Empire, for example, simply because it's down the road and it's honestly upwards of 30, 50 miles away. The setup process is super simple. Pick 4 to 8 neighborhoods inside your service area. Secure a legitimate physical address for each. If you can't spend $1,000 on real estate, find a place where you can get a suite, an office for like $500 a month. Doesn't have to be a super huge office, just 1 room. Now register a Google business profile for each with the same business name for each. with a different location. Make sure that you note that this is a physical address that people can visit, so the address shows and you're going to rank higher. Build them all out completely, drive reviews, build a Q&A section, and post weekly updates. That's the whole playbook. The local businesses that are doing 10 million on Google Maps without spending a single dime on ads, they have 8 to 10 profiles. The shops doing $500,000 have one. Same business. The difference is the map pack. Now, if you want to start this immediately, here's what we can do immediately this week. One is we can audit your existing profile. Make sure your NAP is consistent everywhere. Make sure your category is specific. Add 10 photos. 2, preload 10 to 15 Q&As. Spend an hour writing the questions that homeowners are asking you the most and add it to your Google My Business profile and answer them personally as the business owner. 3, set up review velocity, right? Set up a text and email campaign to talk to recent and past customers and ask for a review. And also have an offer to where, because they give you a review, they get something in return. Aim to get at least 5 to 10 new reviews per month. 4, start mapping out the service area that you want to cover. Identify 3 to 5 key neighborhoods that you want to serve. And those are locations that where you'll be setting your 2nd, 3rd, 4th profiles. And then start looking at legitimate locations where you can set up a physical location, for example, a suite. Now, if you want my team to handle all 4 steps and build out the multi-profile Google My Business strategy for your business, we've done this for hundreds of businesses with a 90-day ranking guarantee. And we also have a link below where you can schedule your free audit and get a game plan for my team today. We'll pull up your business, show exactly where you're ranked, and give you a roadmap. Subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side.